Yo, what's up guys, it's King Sean here, back with another video, and in today's video, I'll be discussing what standouts from NFL Combine Day 1 that the Washington Commanders should keep an eye on during the pre-draft process. So, if you guys are new to my channel, leave a like down below, subscribe, turn on notifications. I'm on the road to 3K subs, so if you could, hit that sub button, I'd really appreciate it. And with that out of the way, let's get straight into the video. Alright, so we're going to start off here with Chop Robinson. If y'all didn't watch my mock draft yesterday, make sure y'all go check that out. I might have the link in the description down below. But Chop Robinson, I had us going to us in the second round, pick 36 overall. Chop Robinson, in my opinion, is an absolute beast. He got things started today running a 4.49 40-yard dash, which is very impressive. I'm pretty sure his official one was a 4.48, which is very impressive. Chop Robinson, he definitely dominated the day. Let me check out his RAS score. And shout out to Kent Lee on Twitter, MathBomb. He is the founder of RAS.football. He is the one who shows the relative athletic scores for each and every prospect in each and every single NFL draft class. So shout out to him. He's the one who provides these graphics online. So Chop Robinson's relative athletic score, he measured in at 6'2", 254 pounds. Not amazing. I'm pretty sure his wingspan was like 79 inches and his hand size was like 9 inches. So not great. He has small arms and quite small hands, but we all know that he has great finesse moves. He has great bend. He has great speed, and he showed it today at the combine. His vertical and broad, he had a 34.5 vert and 10-inch broad jump, which is all very good. Like I said, the 40-yard dash, he had a 4.48 40, a 20-yard split of 2.61, and a 10-yard split of 1.54, and he had a 4.25 shuttle run, which is very good. That is a very good agility grade actually. That is 9.14 right there for the athletic score. So Chop Robinson, I've been hyping him up all offseason. I think yesterday was like the second time I've had him in one of my mock drafts so far this offseason. I love Chop Robinson. Obviously, there's a little bias there because he did go to Maryland. Well, he is from Maryland, Gibbsburg, Maryland. So if you were to draft him, that would be really cool because he'd be able to stay close to home. But Chop Robinson, I just love him as a player overall. He's a really good player, and I feel like with the right coaches, which we have, in Joe Witt Jr., Dan Quinn, Ryan Kerrigan, and everybody else, we could get Chop Robinson right. We can definitely get him right and unlock his potential. So that's Chop Robinson, and on to the next player. All right, so the next guy up is Darius Robinson, and here Kent Lee has him listed as a defensive tackle prospect. Now, you could say, I'm pretty sure he played both D tackle and defensive end last year in Missouri. I'm not sure. Still got to watch some more film on him. But he does have him listed as a D tackle. Now, during the combine, he actually ran with the defensive end, the edge rusher. So I'm just going to assume he's an edge rusher, but can also play defensive tackle. Now, as a defensive tackle, his relative athletic score is listed at a 9.64. Now, it might be a little lower when you change his position to edge rusher, but still a 9.64 is very, very good. His height, he's 6'5", 285 pounds, very solid. He had a 35 vertical and a 9-inch broad jump, 9.3 broad jump. His 40-yard dash time was a 4.95. Like I said, for a defensive tackle, that's great, but for an edge rusher, that might be a little lower. The athletic score might be a little lower, but still not too shabby, especially with his size, 6'5", 285 pounds. 20-yard split of 287 and a 10-yard split of 173. 10-yard splits are what matter the most really for like defensive linemen and offensive linemen, so you want to pay attention to those really the most rather than the 40-yard dash itself. So Darius Robinson, he's a freak. He's an athletic freak. He's ever since the Senior Bowl, really, he balled out at the Senior Bowl, and he's balling out so far at the Combine. He crushed the on-field workouts today, bro. He looked very fluid. He just looked amazing. He looked really, really good on the field during the drills. He was projected before like the Senior Bowl. He was projected to go like late day 2, early day 3. But now we got guys like Daniel Jeremiah shooting him up into his top 30 of his top 50 draft board. I'm pretty sure he's ranked at 30 or 31 on his draft board, and he could potentially go late round 1 or early day 2, like early round 2 or maybe round 3, but probably round 2 or round 1. I have I just don't think he'll make it to our pick at 36 because, man, a lot of teams need a guy like him. They would want a guy like him. So I feel like Darius Robinson is going to go late first. But if he does slide to us, him or Chop Robinson on the board, hey, man, that would be a blessing because we'd have to choose between one of them. Shoot, I'd probably take Chop Robinson, but if we took Darius Robinson, I would not be mad at all because of his traits. He is physical. He's just a beast. He's just an overall amazing prospect, and I would love the idea of him playing under Dan Quinn's defense and scheme. Next up is Edgerrin Cooper, and Edgerrin Cooper, he is my top linebacker. He's my favorite linebacker, and he is, in my opinion, the top linebacker in this draft class. He's an absolute beast. I watched his tape like a few weeks ago before the Senior Bowl. Man, he's amazing, bro. Like his how physical he is, his big playmaker ability is off of the charts. His measurements at the combine, 6'2", 230 per RAS. It's not amazing, but it's definitely not the worst as well. I feel like that's pretty good size right there. It's not bad at all. His explosiveness grade was good. His vert was 34.5, and his broad jump was a 9.10, which is pretty solid. His 40-yard dash, he ran a 4.51. That is the second fastest, I'm pretty sure, second or third fastest for an off-ball linebacker. I know Dallas Turner, he ran like a 4.47 or a 4.46. He's an edge rusher, really. He's not an off-ball linebacker. I'm only counting off-ball linebackers. The dude who ran the fastest 40 for an off-ball linebacker today was Peyton Wilson, who I will talk about after I get to Edgerrin Cooper, obviously. Edgerrin Cooper, he showed out. He looked, like I said, very fluid, very loose in on-field drills and workouts. So I really liked what I saw from Edgerrin Cooper today. I honestly have a feeling like either him or Peyton Wilson could sneak into the first round, maybe like the end of the first round. Or I could see, how the Lions took Jack Campbell last year in the middle of the first round, like pick 18, pick 17. I could see that happening again this year with like Edgerrin Cooper or Peyton Wilson. Probably Peyton Wilson because he did ball out today at the combine. He did stand out, but I could see that very much so happening again. Otherwise, I could see both Peyton Wilson and Edgerrin Cooper going in the second round just based off of their performances today. And Peyton Wilson did show out, I'm pretty sure, at the Senior Bowl a couple of weeks ago as well. So Edgerrin Cooper, like I said, he's my favorite linebacker in this entire draft class. Peyton Wilson is a very close second, man. I loved what I saw from him today. So those two guys, absolutely amazing. And Edgerrin Cooper, he performed very well today. We need to draft a linebacker. We just need another linebacker, a linebacker or two on this team in general. Jamin Davis, he was all right this past season, but he wasn't enough. And we had Cody Barton and David Mayo, who we're definitely not going to bring back next season. So we either got to draft a linebacker, sign a linebacker, maybe sign two, draft two, whatever. We got to bring some linebackers in, and I feel like Edgerrin Cooper would be the perfect guy to bring into this linebacker room. Peyton Wilson is the guy I wanted to save for last. He is one of the big winners of today. I feel like Dallas Turner was the big winner of today. He dominated today. Let's be honest. He dominated day one. He had an excellent vert and broad jump, excellent measurements, and an outstanding 40-yard dash time. But overall, Peyton Wilson had the best 40-yard dash time on the day. He had a 4.4340 elite 40-yard dash time for his size, a linebacker obviously. His RAS score 981, I'm pretty sure that says. Yeah, 981. His height and weight 6'3", 233 pounds, not bad at all. Obviously, he's had some injury. He has injury history in the past. He's a bit injury prone, you could say. But when he's healthy, he's an absolute baller. His vert was 34.5, and his broad was 911. Pretty good right there. Like I said, 40-yard dash, 4.43, 20-yard split, 2.58, and his 10-yard split was a 1.54. Hey, man, if you watch this 40-yard dash, and I put it on screen earlier in this segment, but, man, he was blazing. Like, he was blazing, and he did it with ease. Like, it looked easy while he was running that 40. So, hey, man, Peyton Wilson, he's smooth. He can tackle well. He can make plays. He had a couple touchdowns over the past couple years at NC State. So, he's a baller. Like I said, it's between him. It's really – Edgerrin Cooper is my favorite linebacker in this draft. But, man, he's right on the doorstep, man. It's really hard to rank one one out the other, because I feel like Edgerrin Cooper's my 1A, but Peyton Wilson's my 1B. I don't exactly have a 1 and 2, but like I would do 1A and 1B for sure. So man, Peyton Wilson, he's an absolute baller. Don't really got much to say on him because y'all know he's a baller. I think I've had him like a couple of my mock drafts so far this offseason. He's a really good prospect, really good player in general. Would love to have him on this team. I feel like he'd fit really good in Dan Quinn's scheme and defense overall. Some other guys that stood out today was Miles Cole. He had a 996 RAS score. Everything, he's elite in every single place. Elite size at 6'6", 278 pounds. He's an edge rusher, by the way, out of Texas Tech. 35 vertical, a 10-inch broad jump, which is pretty insane. 10-foot broad jump. His 40-yard dash time was a 4.87. 20-yard split was a 2.7, and 10-yard split was a 1.85, which is really freaking good. And then Cedric Gray, if I can find his RAS score here. Yes, I did. He had an 892 RAS score. I was kind of disappointed that he only ran a 4.64. I honestly thought he would run a lot faster, maybe like the 4.5s or 4.4. But 4.64 is still pretty solid, especially at his size. He's 6'1", 234 pounds. Jamin Davis, I want to say he ran like a 4.3 or 4.4 a couple years back. He was like the most athletic linebacker in 2021, which is impressive. Hopefully he works out next year, but we will see about him. He had a vertical of 35.5 and a broad jump of 10 flat. Like I said, 40-yard dash time, 4.64, 20-yard split, 2.69, and 10-yard split, 1.59. So those are really the main guys that caught my eye today. Well, there's a couple more guys as well, but these are the main standouts that I feel like the Washington Commanders could look into a lot more during the pre-draft process. So that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like down below, subscribe, turn on notifications. I'm on the road to 3K subs. If you could hit that sub button, I really appreciate it. Trying to hit it before the draft starts, so would really appreciate it if y'all were to sub up. And other than that, it's been King Sean, and I'm out. Peace.